Thank you for inviting me to talk a little bit about my career and where I've been. My name is Brinda Joshi, and I've been in the HIM field for about 20 years now, and it's been very rewarding, to say the least, I think. Just the people that you come across and all the different disciplines that you get to kind of collaborate with is probably one of the most greatest things about working in HIM. Your hands are dabbling in a little bit of everything, a little bit of the clinical side, a little bit of the back end revenue cycle side, and then of course you have your day-to-day HIM operations. One of the typical days in the HIM world would be the first thing is, of course, meet your employees, greet them, have a great morning 5-10 minute huddle, and just see how their day's going to look so that you can set the tone for the rest of the week or just that day. And the biggest thing that an HIM director has to follow up on every morning is the unbilled. And you may have it called something different, in different places, but I always have referred to it as the unbilled, or you might hear it being called the DNFB, the discharge final not billed accounts. And that's where typically an HIM director or a manager is going to spend a majority of their day, is looking at high dollar accounts. Now, what does high dollar mean? Well, that can be set by, if you work for a corporation, that could be set by the corporation, your higher ups, the executives, the CFO. Maybe they want to have you look at accounts that are over $200,000. And that can be your first focus. If you've got 5 accounts that are over $200,000, let's take a look and see why, the bill hasn't dropped after 4 days of being discharged. And various reasons could be, we don't have an operative report. Okay, well, let's call the surgeon and figure out, when they're going to get that done. Perhaps maybe there's a coding query on it. We need further clarification on something. Or it could just be, we're missing some other types of documents or documentation that we need to follow up on. But that's typically the first thing that an HIM director would need to deal with. The second part, I think, would be just collaborating with other directors in the hospital. As far as the unbilled goes, you could be missing some radiology reports, some lab reports didn't cross through. You're dealing with IT interface issues. That happens a lot. Well, why don't we have these 10 sleep lab accounts coded? Well, where are those reports? Oh, we're having some interface issues this morning. So, what is the backup plan? Can they print that report out and then the HIM staff scans it in? So you kind of have to look at some contingency backup plans whenever you have IT interface issues going on in the HIM world. One of my biggest advice for learners is to keep learning. It just helps us grow both professionally and personally. I have a passion to learn and I have a passion to teach, and that's why I'm here at SNHU, and I love what I do. I love meeting the students online and getting to know a little bit more about them and seeing how I can help impact their lives and their educational journey, not only their professional journey after that, but maybe they want to continue to pursue education further. And knowledge is something that nobody can ever take away from you. And that is what I really love about growing and learning. Always have a passion to learn. And it doesn't have to be something so professionally related. It can be something for fun. I've always thought about maybe taking up some photography classes, or buying a telescope and kind of exploring the outer space. It doesn't always have to be so regimented that it's geared toward your professional career. It can be something on a personal level too, something fun that you've always wanted to do. Don't be afraid to go out there and learn it. And yeah, that would be my advice is keep learning, keep growing. Doesn't matter how old you are, just go after it. If it's what you really want, just keep going after it. And it will be worth it in the end.